And now we have a zipper here. Let's resize it according to our desire. So we want it only this much, and here like this, keeping a little for the inside. Then measure the size according to your open pocket, and we want to keep a little bit after this point here, only till this much. So I'll just cut that extra zipper that is there, and then we'll place the zipper along with this pocket. So I'll just open a little bit. It will be easy for me to secure the loose ends of the zipper with our pocket. So here, hold it like this. See, from one side, place your zipper like this. And you can use needles or eye pins to secure and hold the two pieces in place till you sew them together. So here I'm using simply sewing needles, and I'll be putting the two pieces together here like this. Just keep holding them properly at equal distances like this from the zipper, and keep holding the two pieces all till the end. See, we have this much on the inside. Then on this end also, simply put a needle to hold the two pieces together, and nextly here, this is how it looks, and we are going to sew them together. So nextly we are going to sew the zipper. I have taken this needle with the thread, and first let's take this entire thing out so that the zipper comes onto the outside, and it will be easy for us to hold it and sew the two pieces together. Just bring it all onto the outside like this, and now we are going to simply hand sew it. So grab your needle and place the two pieces well where you want to sew them, and from this end let's begin stitching. So I'm just going to work invisible hem, simple sewing into the lens pocket and then through the zipper. Just grab two threads from the lens pocket and then take out your needle through the zipper like this. At equal distances, just keep working this hand sew like this. Through the pocket, then through the zipper like this. Simply keep working this invisible hem all till you reach the other end of the zipper, and it sewn well with this pocket. See, I have perfectly hand sewn it all till the end and reached on this end. See, I have put a little pleats in the zipper as our pocket is round, so to befit the zipper well with our pocket, you might need to put a little pleats. Now let's secure the zipper on this edge with the pocket perfectly. So just here, put a couple of knots, tight knots on this end to hold the two pieces well in place on this end, and a couple of knots will do. And nextly we want to fix this single crochet string on this end, on this side of the zipper. So let's put the pins together. So just flip this entire inside out like this. It will be easy to put the pins, and then again begin holding the two pieces, the zipper and the pocket, perfectly the way you want to sew them together in the right places, and just begin putting the pins at equal distances here. So just keep putting the pins all till the end so as to hold the two pieces perfectly, and then again turn it onto the other side, flip it over like this, and we already have a yarn joint. So again begin sewing the two pieces together like this, the way we did on the other end, on the other side of the zipper. Simply working invisible hem through the pocket into this zipper like this. So just keep sewing the two pieces well together like this, putting invisible hem at equal distances all till you reach the other end here, and I'll see you here. See, I have sewn it all the way and reached this end. We'll just put a couple of knots to strengthen this join here, to just secure the zipper well on this edge with a pocket. It's well sewn, and nextly we want to sew the inner edge of this pocket with the zipper. See, this is our inner edge, and we have to put one stitching across this line also. So let's begin sewing from this end. So hold it like this. Just I'll take out my thread from this end. Just pass it through, and I want to bring it out at the beginning of this pocket. So I'll just stick it out there on the front side. See, I simply wanted to bring it here. So then from here we'll begin working on the inner edge of this pocket. See, if we don't sew it on the inner edge, it will not come up clean. So we just want to work stitching on the inner edge as well. So here I'll be just working small stitches from the outside only. 2 and fro stitches like this. Just keep holding the 2 pieces together, and here I have begun working with the back stitches. Small back stitches will sew the 2 pieces perfectly. Simple. Just keep sewing like this. So just keep working the stitches all along the inner edge. See, now it's perfectly getting attached with the zipper, and it looks so clean. Just keep working along the inner edge on all the sides. Then from this side, turn around and go backwards till here. Just keep sewing it and securing the inner edge of this pocket with the zipper. Having secured with a couple of knots here, I'll simply secure a little thread into this fabric, take it out on the inside and cut the extra thread. And here it's perfectly sewn on the inner as well as outer edge. And here at the center of this turquoise shade of the front panel, we simply want to centralize it and sew it all the way around. And now to perfectly align it at the center of this turquoise, I'm leaving 9 stitches from this side and 9 stitches from this side horizontally. See? And then I'll be placing this pocket at the center here. So from here I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 single crochets. And from this end also I'm leaving here 9 single crochets. And then I have placed my pocket here all centralized. And nextly, let's put pins holding the 2 pieces together as I am doing. And we'll be putting pins all the way around. So the pocket will be roughly fixed with the front panel, and it will be easy for us to sew. Like this, hold the 2 pieces together and just grab both the pieces when you're putting the pins, the front panel as well as this lens pocket. Just put pins all the way around like this. And here I have my thread and needle ready. So let's sew them together. So from this bottom, I'm beginning my sewing. Through this front panel, from its back side, I have taken out my thread into this lens pocket, and now I'll be working just small stitches all the way around. It's simple sewing. Again, through this lens pocket into the front panel, take the thread out at the back of it, and then again from the back side of the front panel through this lens pocket like this. Just work small stitches which are really close by, like this. Simple. Just keep sewing like this all the way round. Keep holding the two pieces properly in place each time you rotate it, and just sew it. Work small stitches but little tight stitches so the two pieces are held perfectly tightly with each other. Finished my stitching all the way around this lens pocket and just putting a couple of knots here, strengthening the bond here between the two fabrics, and then at the back side here put a couple of knots to secure the thread. And let's sew a little of this thread into the fabric on the back side of this front panel. So just secure a little thread into this fabric on the back side. Now cut that extra thread that is there. A pocket is well sewn with the fabric. So our lens pocket gets neatly attached with the front panel of the back. Let's have a look onto the inside here. See, it's this much spacious and really worked neatly. And here nextly we're going to work two small appliques to put on both the corners of this front panel here. And for colorful stripe applique, I have chosen here 4 shades: red, orange, green and blue. So let's get started. So here I'm beginning this applique with red shade. Work a slip knot and then work 7 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and one more, 7. Then insert the hook into the second chain, work 1 single crochet. Into the next chain, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet here, like this. Into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. We have 3 single crochets worked. Into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. 4. Into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. 5, and into the last chain here, insert the hook, work 1 more single crochet here. 6. So we have worked here 6 single crochets in a row. Row 1 ends here, and then chain 1 and turn the work. This is a 2-row repeat. Again, into the next stitch, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch ahead, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. 3. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. 4. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. 5. And into this turning chain also, insert the hook, work the last single crochet here. 6. So we have 2 rows of red. Now atop it, we are going to work 2 rows of orange color. So I have taken this double thread with orange, stretch that old loop up and keep that aside. Work a slip stitch with this orange shade as well, and then pull up that loop. We are adding this orange shade atop this red shade. So into this old loop with the red color, simply pull through this orange loop like this. And now we'll begin working with the orange shade, the same 2 rows. So work 1 chain and turn the work. Into the first stitch, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch, 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 work 1 single crochet, and into this turning chain also, insert the hook, work the 6th single crochet here. Chain 1 again and turn the work. With every color we are working 2 rows of single crochet, one atop another. Again, begin working single crochets into every stitch ahead. Simple. Just like this, we'll be working 2 rows of green atop the orange shade and 2 rows of single crochets of blue shade atop the green color. So this orange shade also finishes its 2 rows. Pull that loop up and bring in the new shade, that is the next color, the green color. Cut those threads and here put a slip knot with this green shade, and the same way work a slip knot and pull this new loop through the old loop. As we join the orange shade atop the red, likewise join this green shade atop this orange shade. Simple. Tighten it all up and then chain 1, turn the work and begin working the 2 rows of single crochets here. So just work 2 rows of single crochets. 1 is done. Chain 1, turn the work 1 more single crochet row atop this first row. So here then cut these loose ends and join the new color, the blue color, the same way atop the green shade, and chain 1, turn the work and work 2 rows of single crochets with this blue shade as well. 6 single crochets atop 6 single crochets in the row below. Simple. So we work 2 rows of each of the 4 colors, and having worked this last single crochet, I have put the knot and cut the thread. See, we have these loose ends. Simply sew them in their respective shades onto the back side of this colored stripe applique. So nextly we are going to sew this applique onto the top left corner of this cream shade here. So see, this is all finished. I have sewn in the loose ends and here I want to place it. You place your applique where you wish, and I have my thread and needle ready. We'll just simply put light stitches, light and tight stitches, small stitches like this. Just hold the applique with this fabric, the front panel, properly and put small and tight stitches here like this. And you don't have to stretch the applique as it's absolutely perfect. See? Just work small stitches so the thread doesn't show onto the front of the applique. It has to be a neat sew. I have stitched it all the way round and reached this end. On the back side here, secure this with a couple of knots and then I'll simply sew in this little thread at the back side here into the stitches like this, and then cut that extra thread neatly. See, our beautiful colorful stripe applique is well sewn on this corner here. So nextly we begin here working this button applique that we are going to place in the top right corner of this front panel of the back. So I have taken 2 threads of blue shade. To begin with, work a slip knot and here work 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have here 8 chains done. Skip the first chain. Into the second one only, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet like this. Into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. 2. Into the next chain, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. 3. Into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. 4. Into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. 5. Into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. 6. And into this last chain also insert and work 1 single crochet. 7. So here we have worked a total of 7 single crochets and then chain 1, turn the work. We're just going to work single crochets into every single crochet below. So into the first stitch inside the hook, work 1 single crochet, then work 1 single crochet into every stitch ahead. And just like this, work 3 more rows, chain 1 and turn the work the third row of the single crochets, chain 1 and turn the work and work the fourth row of the single crochets. So here we are completing 4 rows of single crochets, one atop another. See, 4 rows are ready, and now stretch that loop up. I'm going to add this black shade, so I'll just put a knot here and we'll border this blue section around with this black color. So then through this pulled up loop of this blue shade, simply bring in the new shade through it and tighten it all up. We'll begin working the simple border of single crochets around this applique. Chain 1 and turn the work into the first stitch inside the hook and work 1 single crochet. Into the next single crochet below, again work 1 single crochet. Work 1 single crochet into the next stitch below. We're just going to work single crochets. Just cut this blue shade as it's done now, and it will be easy to work. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. Just keep working 1 single crochet till you reach the corner. In this corner stitch, inside the hook and work 2 single crochets, 1 and 1 more, 2. So in the corner we work 2 single crochets. Then we have single SC rows here. Into the first row, on its periphery inside the hook, work 1 single crochet. Into the next row, work 1 single crochet. Into the next row, work 1 single crochet, and in this corner stitch here, inside the hook and in the corner, work 2 single crochets. 1 and 1 more, 2. Simple. In the corner we are simply working 2 single crochets. Elsewhere simply work 1 single crochet atop every single crochet below. So then into the next stitch work 1 single crochet, into the next stitch work 1 single crochet. Just keep working 1 single crochet till you reach the corner. Simple. And in the corner stitch here again, insert the hook and work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Now, after finishing the corner, again we'll work in the single crochets rows. So in the next row, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Into the next row, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. And in this corner, one also, work 1 single crochet. Having reached the corner, in the corner, please work 1 single crochet when you have reached the corner. And then beneath the 2 strands of the first single crochet of the corner, insert the hook and pull up a loop, work a slip stitch to join this border round 1 here. I have sewn in all the loose ends on the back side here. For the next round, chain 1 and work 1 single crochet into every single crochet ahead. Simple. And when you reach the corner, between the 2 corner single crochets, in this corner single crochet here, simply work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. In the next single crochet, simply work 1 single crochet till you reach the corner. In the corner, again work 2 single crochets. Again, simply work 1 single crochet into every single crochet below till you reach the corner. And in the very corner stitch, work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Again from here, we will be just working 1 single crochet atop every single crochet. And because in the beginning we worked 1 single crochet in the corner already, so simply work 1 more single crochet in the corner, and beneath the 2 strands of the first single crochet, inside the hook, work a slip stitch like this. So here then I'm going to put a knot and cut that extra thread, secure the knot well and sew in this loose end on the back side in the same shade. This applique gets ready. Let's simply sew it, placing it where you want. I'm placing it here in the top right corner, and I'll be then putting a button here atop it in this corner like this. So I'll first attach the applique. I've taken this black shade as our border is black, so it will not show up. And simple sewing will be done. just hold it properly, holding the two pieces together. And just like we have sewn that applique, the colorful stripe applique, we are going to sew this one as well. So once you hold it properly, from the back side, begin working small and little tight stitches like this. To and fro stitches through the applique into the front panel, then from the front panel into and through the applique. See, it's all well sewn on all the sides. I have sewn it, and then in this corner I'll again take out my needle, and here I'm simply going to put one stitch around this button. That will be enough to secure it here. So then just put one stitch through the button, and see, it's well sewn. On the back side here we have this beginning end also, the loose end. I'll just tie the two threads together to strengthen the bond. Cut that extra thread that is there, and then we have two loose ends here. Simply sew them neatly into the back stitches here on the back side of this panel. See how beautifully the two get joined here, and it's so neat and clean on the back side as well. So here nextly we are going to work some spikes here atop this red portion here in this section, either 6 or 7 working in an arc here. So from this end I have taken my thread and needle with this white shade. This is completely optional. If you wish, you can go for this kind of specifications. So here just work this light stitches one next to the other one like this, just to give it a more realistic look. Here I'm putting these spikes, so if you like them, then go for them. Here I'll be putting 6 or 7 spikes of this kind, working in an arc in this black section. And I'll just put a couple of knots here on the inside of this pouch to secure our thread well, and then I'll sew a little thread on the back side here just to strengthen our knot. It should not show up on the front side, so just grab the threads on the back side. Now cut that extra thread once it's secured. And see, we have these loose ends. In the beginning of the spikes also we had left a little thread on the inside. Just tie the knot, taking the two loose ends, and simply secure them inside this pouch only on the back side here. So this beautiful spike is done, and it gives such a finished look to our lens. So here again I have taken this cream thread, and around this red section here we are just going to work little chain stitch or slip stitch around it to give it a more defined look. It will look more beautiful after that. So then work a slip knot, and this finishing touch is entirely optional. If you want to go for it, then only go for it, else leave this step altogether. See, we have these red spikes showing up here. We are going to insert our hooks after every red stitch, and we'll be working slip stitches. To work the slip stitches, I'll be giving thread from the inside of the pocket, and this stitch that is pointing downward, insert the hook into this stitch and pull up a loop like this, and then insert the hook around the next stitch and work one slip stitch like this. Into the next stitch, insert the hook, pull up a loop, work a slip stitch lightly. Into the next stitch, insert the hook, pull up a loop, work a slip stitch lightly. Into the next stitch, insert the hook and work one slip stitch lightly. See, this kind of chains are coming. They are bordering this red section. Just tighten it all up and it will all come up beautiful. In the next stitch, simply work one slip stitch like this. I'm running my thread from the inside of the pocket and simply working the slip stitches into every red stitch ahead. You can also work these slip stitches using a needle and thread. That way also it will look absolutely the same. I'm just working it with my crochet hook. Simply keep working slip stitches and keep rotating this entire section like this. Simple. Just keep working slip stitches around every red stitch ahead, and see, I've worked it all the way around and reached this end here. And then just around this red border, keep working your slip stitch till you reach the very first stitch here. And into this first stitch also insert the hook and work one slip stitch like this. Now pull that loop a little up like this, and from the back side insert the hook into the same stitch. We want to take this loop onto the inside of our pocket. So here I'm inserting my needle from the back side inside of this pocket into the same stitch, and I'll just grab my loop with the hook and take it out on the inside. So this is neat and clean on the front, and then on the inside here, cut that loop. You have loose ends, just tie the knot to secure these loose ends. Having put secured knots, sew these loose ends onto the inside of this pocket. This gets ready here. And so here we have these side walls of the bag that we had worked already, and we are going to nextly attach our back strap here. And I've already shared the pattern of this back strap on my channel. Please find the link in the iCard, and also in the description box I have provided the link, so please go and check that out. And nextly, let's join it together. So let's attach our back strap here with this side panel. In the cream section, I'll just attach my ring. You can either place it like this, the full ring, into this cream section, or here I'm going to just put the half of the ring, a little more than half, into this cream section like this, centralized, and we'll simply be sewing it. Here I have my thread and needle ready. See, I've taken this blue shade as it will not show up on this blue shade of the ring. So grab the shade that you're working with, that you have worked your ring with, and see, keep a little loose end on the back side, and then from here just work small and tight stitches from the ring stitches into the side panel, side wall like this, then from the side wall back into the ring. Simple. This is simple stitching. Just keep working it all the way around till you have your entire ring well sewn with the side wall. So just work your stitches neatly and tightly into the ring, then through this side panel, and again back from the side panel into the ring like this. I have reached this end here, secured my ring with the side panel, and on the back side here, see, we have this loose end, the beginning loose end, and we have this thread joined here. I'll simply pass my needle through the back stitches of this side panel towards this first loose end that we left there, and we'll tie the knot with the two threads there. See, only I'm grabbing the threads on the back side, and it's not showing up on the front. See, it's neat and clean. So here I am on this section. I have my two threads quite near. I'll just secure it a little more on this end, and then we'll simply put the knot here. Grab the two loose ends, two threads that you have, and put the knot really well. Cut that extra thread that is joined, and now secure these loose ends at the back side of this section here neatly. And just the way we have sewn this ring of the strap perfectly on this side wall, likewise grab the ring on the other end of the strap, keep the strap untwisted, place it on the side wall the same way, and sew it here perfectly. So here I have neatly sewn both the ends of the strap, the rings, onto the side walls, placing them the same way, and this gets ready here. Here we begin working the zip panel. Work a slip knot first, and here work 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So we have 12 chains. Insert the hook into the second chain from hook, pull up a loop, work 1 single crochet. Into the next chain, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Into the next chain again, work 1 single crochet like this. Insert the hook into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both the loops on the hook, 1 single crochet is worked. Work 1 single crochet into the next chain ahead, work 1 single crochet into the next chain ahead, 1 single crochet into the next chain ahead, and 1 single crochet in the next chain ahead, 1 single crochet into the next chain ahead, 1 single crochet into the next chain ahead, work 1 single crochet into the next chain ahead. So here we have a total of 11 single crochets worked. For the row 2, chain 1, turn the work, and here insert the hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, work 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. 2. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. 3. Into the next stitch, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. 4. So we have worked 4 single crochets. Then chain 1, turn this work. Again insert the hook into the first stitch, work 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. Again work 1 SC into the next stitch below and work 1 SC into the next stitch below. We are creating 4 single crochets atop 4 single crochets. Chain 1, turn the work. Again repeat the same row of 4 single crochets. 2, 3 and 4. See, just like this, keep working 4 single crochets to and fro till you have a total of 38 rows worked. Just finish working 38 rows. I'll see you there. So here I have worked all my 39 rows, and after the end of 39 rows of 4 single crochets here, work 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and one more. Here 8. So we worked 8 chains. Now turn it like this and insert the hook into the very first chain, pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet. Into the next chain ahead, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Into the next chain ahead, work 1 single crochet. And into the next chain ahead, work 1 single crochet. So here we have worked 4 single crochets in a row, and see, after that we have 3 chain gap here. And now chain 1 and turn the work. We are again creating the same panel of 4 single crochets one atop another. So work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 SC into the next stitch, 1 SC into the next stitch and 1 single crochet into this turning chain here. Simple. Then again chain 1, turn the work and work 1 single crochet into every stitch below. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Just like this, keep working 4 single crochets one atop another till you have a total of 38 rows. We already have 1 row here, so we are just going to work 38 rows of single crochets one atop another to and fro, just like this. So here I have worked all my 38 rows. We already have 1 row here. This is the 39th row. So let's join them together. These 2 pieces here will simply be working slip stitches. So see, we have this yarn on the outer end of this panel in the first single crochet and place the 2 ends like this as we want to sew them here. So from this into the first stitch on this next panel, insert the hook and simply grab the loop through both the stitches. A slip stitch is worked, then again into the next stitch in the current panel and then into the corresponding stitch, the next stitch into this back panel, insert the hook, pull up a loop through both the stitches and work 1 slip stitch little loosely. Then again into the next stitch, insert the hook and then in the corresponding stitch on the panel behind, then pull the loop through both the stitches. 3rd slip stitch is worked. In the last stitch also insert the hook through both the panels in the corresponding stitches and simply work one slip stitch the same way. Here then put a knot and cut the thread, sewing these loose ends on the back side of this panel. So see, we already have one single crochet row on this end, and work a slip knot again with the same thread and pull that loop up on this corner on the other side here. Insert the hook and pull that newly worked loop through it. We want to attach the thread here. So just bring the loop through this corner stitch here like this. And now chain one, and here we are going to work border on this length side. See, we'll work border on this length side, then we'll work a border on this width side as we don't have an SC row here, and then we'll move till here. So we are just going to work 3 sides border here. We already have this row worked here, so we won't work the border on this end. So here then after the chain one, insert the hook into the first row and work 1 single crochet. We have single crochet rows, so at the periphery of the single crochet rows we are working single crochets again. Again into the next row, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. Insert the hook into the next row ahead, work 1 single crochet. Work 1 single crochet into the next row ahead. Work 1 single crochet into the next row ahead. Like this, keep working single crochets into every row of SCs till you reach this corner here. See, I've worked all my single crochets, reached this end. So then in the second last stitch on this length, just work 1 single crochet, and here we have this corner stitch. In the corner stitch, work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Then turn on this width side into the next single crochet ahead. Insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. Into the next single crochet ahead, work 1 single crochet. Into the next single crochet ahead, work 1 single crochet. Again we have 4 single crochets on this width, and see, we have this chain 3 gap here on this end. So around this chain 3, work 3 single crochets, 1, 2 and 3. So after that, into the next single crochet, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. Into the next SC, work 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch below, work 1 single crochet, and now in the corner stitch here, work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. And then turn onto this length side. We are going to work border on this length side the same way we did on the other length side. See, we have worked 1 single crochet border on this end, while we already have 1 single crochet row on the other end. Now let's work the border on this length side. So here, then again into the next stitch, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Into the next row of single crochets, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. Into the next single crochet row, work 1 single crochet. Just like this, keep working single crochets till you reach this corner. I'll see you here. Just reach this corner. See, I've worked all my single crochets on this length also, and just reaching the end, in the second last stitch worked 1 single crochet, and in this corner also insert the hook and simply work 1 single crochet. See, now we have created 1 single crochet border on this end also, the way we had 1 single crochet row on the other end. See, these slip stitches are showing up. You can keep them on the inside of the bag when sewing it with the bag. So put a knot and cut the thread here. Secure the knot well and sew these loose ends on to the inside of this panel here. So this gets completed. This panel is complete now. The slit is well worked and we have the zip here, and we want to place it centralized between the slit, and we'll sew it all around. So here let's join the zip with the zip panel. Before we join it, first we'll resize the zip according to our zip panel. So here my zip is equal in length with the length of the zip panel. I'll just cut whatever is extra there on both ends. And this is how long we need it. So just place the 2 pieces together like this, so that the zip is perfectly at the center of this panel. And here I'm putting pins to temporarily hold the 2 pieces together till we sew them well. So on this width end, properly put either eye pins. Here I'm just using simple sewing needles to keep them in place, and will then sew all along. On the other end also, secure the 2 pieces together with the pins. So it's perfectly well in place, and now here I have my thread and needle ready, and we'll begin from one side. It's simple sewing, but for the friends who really need help, I'm just sharing with you a little of this section, the section of sewing. It's simple sewing. First we are going to simply secure this zip on this width section of this zip panel. So just make small stitches through the fabric into the zip, then from the zip into this fabric, all along the width where we want to secure it properly. And once it's secured on one width side, we'll move along the length side. So it's well sewn here. A couple of more stitches maybe. And now we are moving towards this length side. See, on this length we are going to sew first. So here I'm simply going to put back stitches, small back stitches, and really tight ones towards the inner edge of this fabric. See, I'm sewing this fabric, the crocheted fabric, the zip panel with the zipper. I'm working my stitches towards the inner edge of this panel. So this inner edge will then come out clean. Just leaving a little in the middle for the zip to open. And just like this, keep putting small and tight stitches onto the inner edge of this fabric through the zip. So the two are properly and neatly sewn together. I've reached this end of the width, and here I'll secure this end of the zip with this fabric, putting a couple of knots here. Tight knots have to be there. And the other piece of the zip also has to be sewn well. Just like this, sew the zip on the other two sides as well. So here we have all our 6 pieces ready. This is the front panel. This is all ready. This is the back panel, 2 pieces. This is the bottom panel, 3. And we have 2 pieces for the side walls that are already attached with the strap, 4 and 5. And here is the zip panel, the 6th panel. Keep this zip panel aside, and the rest of the 5 pieces will be lined with hard interfacing along with the fabric lining. So here I have taken this cutout, which is the same size as a front panel. So this cutout is for the front panel, and see, it is the same size. See, here I have cut this plastic interfacing with the same size as that of my front panel, and the fabric lining has to be 1 centimeter wider on all the sides than this hard interface. Tie your fabric lining facing the wrong side up, then keep the hard interfacing atop it, and see, then apply glue on all the sides, the strong binding glue, and stick this fabric lining along with this hard interface. So just like this, prepare 2 cutouts, one of hard interface and one of fabric lining for the back panel. Likewise for the bottom panel, and 2 pieces each for 2 side panels, the same way. So we have total 5 such assemblies of hard interfacing with the fabric interfacing, right? And then what we are going to do is, with all the pieces, just lie the wrong side of the fabric facing up, keep your hard interfacing atop it, glue the fabric on all the sides, and just stick it. See, I have prepared this one assembly to show you, and this is how it looks. And once this is ready, what we're going to do, we'll lie our crochet fabric the wrong side facing up, and we'll place this assembly atop it, and we are just simply going to sew it on all the sides perfectly. You can also glue the 2 pieces together. Just get ready with the 2 pieces, the hard interfacing and with the fabric lining for all the 5 pieces. Remember, the hard interface will be the same size as your panel that you're cutting it out for, and the fabric lining will be 1 centimeter wide, and then you have to just stick the 2 pieces together. Get ready with this assembly, and we will now sew it together. See, here all my 5 assemblies are ready. The fabric lining is properly glued with the plastic interface here. See, this is the front panel assembly and it perfectly bonded on all the sides. This is the back panel assembly. These two are for the side walls of the bag, and here is the piece for the bottom of the bag. Nextly, we'll sew them with their respective crocheted panels. And nextly, we're going to assemble these two pieces, the crochet fabric, with this assembly of the interfacing and fabric lining. So lie your crochet fabric facing the wrong side up like this, and then keep this atop it as shown. And here we are going to sew it on all the sides, but you can also apply glue on the inner surfaces of both these panels, glue here and glue atop this crochet fabric, and simply stick them together like this. So then lie flat the wrong side of the crochet fabric showing up, and then put this interfacing and lining assembly atop it like this. See, it's the same size as our panel below, and we're going to sew it all around. So then grab your thread and needle, and I'm grabbing a white shade of the cotton thread, and from one corner we'll begin sewing it. So here my thread and needle are ready, and see, on the inside of this corner here, hold the two pieces together. Only a little has to be on the outer edge showing up. On the inner corner here, put a couple of knots here and keep that knot on the inside to keep it all neat and clean. And then grab a little thread on the inside of this crochet fabric and then insert the needle through this fabric of this assembly. We are just going to insert into the fabric of the interfacing and not through the plastic or the EVA foam. So again, we'll be simply hemming the entire this section all round. Again, grab little thread from the crochet fabric and then into the fabric of this assembly atop it. Grab a little fabric on the assembly and insert the needle through it. Be careful, just grab the fabric and don't try to push through the interfacing there. Simple. Again, grab a little thread from the crochet fabric and then through the fabric on this assembly of fabric and plastic lining. Simple. As I'm showing you, just sew it like this if at all you're going to sew the two pieces together. And I've already told you can also stick the two pieces together, applying glue on the inner surfaces of both the pieces, the crochet fabric and on the inner edge of this. See how beautifully it's sewn here. So neat it looks on the inside as well. So you have to work small stitches, small and tight stitches, just like this, work hemming all the way round. And if you're going to stick them together, use a strong bonding adhesive and apply on the inner surfaces of both the pieces and stick them properly till they are really bonded well. See, I have completely sewn this edge and see how neat and clean it looks on both the sides. See, I have sewn this piece all the way around on all the sides, and in this corner in the very beginning I have reached and I'm just putting a couple of knots on the inside of this corner in the crochet fabric. See, take care that the thread should not show onto the front side. So secure your thread with a couple of knots and simply cut that extra thread out. See how beautifully the two pieces are sewn together, how neat and clean it looks on this side. This is the front side showing up, and on the inside of it, the stitches all around have come up so neat and clean. Just like this, prepare all other four pieces, working the crochet fabric with this interface and fabric lining together. So here I have all my 5 pieces properly been lined with this interfacing and the fabric lining. See how beautifully it's all sewn. And likewise, I have this back panel already. The 2 side panels have the interfacings and the fabric lining done. And this is the bottom panel this too is ready. And so nextly we are beginning with joining the 5 pieces. So suppose I have taken here this back panel and keep it like this, and we'll first join the bottom panel with this back panel. And remember, keep the cream portion on top, and we'll be joining both the blue portions here like this, because cream will be on the top of this bag. So we are joining here 2 turquoise portions. In this corner on the inside stitch, I'll simply first insert my needle. See, I'm using the same shade color of the thread with which I'm going to sew, and I'll first put a tight knot, a couple of knots here to secure it well. Having the thread being secured well, now insert the hook through this first stitch here in the corner and take the needle on the outside. Simple. And now place the corners of both the panels together like this, and then through this corner stitch beneath the 2 strands, insert your needle and begin sewing. We are simply going to sew the single crochets beneath the 2 strands of the single crochets in both the panels that we worked as the border. So then into the next stitch from the back panel, through the next stitch into this bottom panel. Simple. Just like this, we are going to work stitches in the corresponding stitches on both the panels, inserting the needle beneath the 2 strands of the SC border like this. Simple. Again from this side beneath the 2 strands of the single crochet, and on this panel also beneath the 2 strands of the single crochet, and just don't stretch it much, just tighten it a little bit. Into the next stitch on this panel, into the next stitch on this panel, through it, and again from the stitches, just keep working stitches to and fro. Simple. This is simple sewing, and for the friends who need help, I'm sharing this section here so that you go ahead confidently to get a neat finish of your bag. Just keep holding the 2 pieces together and do the sewing patiently. I have reached this corner, worked it all the way, and so we'll just put a couple of stitches in the corner single crochets on both the panels. See, it's so beautifully, so neatly sewn together. Now we can stand it like this, and this is the bottom panel, so we can bring another side panel here and begin working. So I'll be first working towards the length side from here. So I'll first insert through the corner stitch here, tighten it all up, hold this back panel and the side panel together like this. We are going to sew on the length side as I've already told, and again through both the single crochets on the panels, the respective single crochets there, just insert your needle to and fro like this. Simple. And it's important to mention that I'm using this blue thread only when I'm working in this turquoise shade or the blue shade, and I'll stop as this cream shade appears towards the top of this bag, and I'll secure this blue shade, cut the thread there, and from there onwards I'll join my cream shade. So just keep sewing till you have this turquoise section. So here I have reached this end of this turquoise section. I'll just put a couple of knots here to secure this thread well here, and having put the knots, I'll also secure a little of this turquoise thread into the blue section or the turquoise section itself like this. And this is what we have to do with every loose end when we are ending the color there. Having secured it enough, Just cut that extra thread from there neatly and carefully. And now in this corner, join the thread again. Keep placing the panels, aligning their edges, and keep sewing the bag. Along all the edges, it needs to be sewn. And remember, with the turquoise shade, use a turquoise color thread, and with the cream shade, when you're working with the cream shade, sew all the cream color with the cream shade thread. Nextly, I am joining this cream shade to cover all the cream edges that are left unsewn. All the 4 edges here. So just here, grab a little thread and first tie your thread there. I'll just give you a glimpse of how I'm working with this cream. The sewing pattern is same. Either it's turquoise or cream. But for the friends who need help, I'm just sharing a little bit here. So then begin sewing it the same way we worked sewing with the turquoise shade, beneath the 2 strands of the single crochets in the border rows of both the panels. Then to the next stitch beneath the 2 strands. Simple. And wherever we have loose ends, just sew them in the same shade. I've reached this corner having sewn it all, and in the corner please do make sure that you put a couple of stitches so the corner is well sewn and all sturdy. And here I'll put a couple of knots to secure it well. And then what I'm going to do, because this width, the bag has a small width, I'm just passing my thread from this end of the cream portion, and I'm taking this thread onto the other section of the cream, so I don't have to cut the thread. So you can also follow me like this. So I've just taken out my thread on this edge. Sew it the same way. So here I'm done with the stitching of all the walls of this bag. See, the front and the back, the bottom of the bag is so beautifully, so neatly sewn, and the side walls as well. And nextly, we're going to put the zipper panel at the top of this bag that we have already kept ready. So here, the same way, just place your zipper atop this, to which side you want to keep your zipper head. Likewise, and here in the corner, just tie the thread at any of the corners, secure it well, and place your zipper atop it, and grab the stitch from this bag, and then in the corner of this zip panel. We're beginning with the corners. Again, hold the 2 pieces together, the bag and this zip panel. Also on the other end, before we begin sewing, here put safety pins to hold the 2 pieces together, and then begin sewing the 2 pieces the same way, working beneath the 2 strands of the corresponding single crochets in both the panels or both the sides. Simple. Keep working small and tight stitches all along the 2 edges the same way. And here I have taken cream shade because cream will merge with the blue, it will not show up much here. But blue will definitely show in the cream shade on the back, so I have chosen cream shade here to sew it. So be careful when choosing the thread to be used for sewing. And just like this, Finish your sewing on all the 4 sides of the zipper. See, the zipper is perfectly attached neatly and I have sewn in all the loose ends wherever they were. How neatly our bag is ready. I have tried to incorporate all the important sections that are needed to understand working this bag, crocheting this bag. I hope you loved it too. I loved working it with you. Much love and light to you.